Hey everyone, my name is Alex Finck. I'm with Finck Support Living Services. I'm the medical director here, as well as the owner and physician at Cornerstone Family Medicine. We have a couple locations in Fulton and in Mexico, Missouri. And I'm here to talk to you today about direct primary care and this unique benefit that we're offering for our employees at Finck, because we feel like it's a huge investment in your health and in the betterment of your health. And we're true believers in it. And so I just wanted to take some time today to explain why we elected to include that with our benefits package and what it means for you as an employee and somebody who elects to have benefits with Finck Support Living Services. So first, what is primary care? So primary care, just to make sure we're on the same page, is, what you typically think of when you think about going to the doctor. So, like blood pressure, diabetes, mental health, skin checks, yearly exams, getting your labs done, cancer screening, that sort of thing. And many primary care doctors, such as myself, take care of kids, adults, elderly, the whole 9 yards. And so, you can get the vast majority of your medical care done at a direct primary care office or a primary care office in general. So now, direct primary care is a unique take on primary care. So it's a different way of approaching it. And so at the heart of it is a direct relationship between the doctor and the patient. So, if you were coming to us off the street instead of from an employer with Finck, you would pay us just a monthly fee, and there would be no more that you pay when you come in. There's no copay or anything like that. It's just a flat monthly fee. See us as much as you want or as little as you want, but you have us on call for you 24/7. We have meds that are very cheap, even cheaper than what you get through your insurance at the pharmacy, available for dispensing at our clinic. Labs that are very affordable, again, possibly more affordable than what you would get with your insurance, though I'll speak to that in a second with the specific insurance product we've gone with. But really, and the other thing is just the accessibility and the convenience. So we guarantee same or next day appointments. We're available 24/7. You can text and call your doctor directly after hours on the weekends and holidays. So it's just incredibly convenient, incredibly personal care. And that's why we've elected at Finck to include clinics like Cornerstone Family Medicine in Mexico and Fulton, Liberty Family Medicine in Columbia and Jeff City, and then Bluegrass MD in Kentucky for our Kentucky employees, to ensure that the vast majority of our employees have very reasonable access to direct primary care, so they have a doctor in their pocket at all times, so they can really get accessible, convenient, and prompt care for most of their medical needs. And so, who in Finck Support Living gets direct primary care? Who gets this unique service? And does it replace your insurance? First off, absolutely not. It is supplemental to your insurance. So only the people who elect to get medical insurance through Finck get the direct primary care portion, okay? And you can think of this as like having a telehealth doc, having a doctor that is available for you all the time and could replace your primary care if you wanted it to, or just supplement it. But I'll get into that in a second. But the people who are eligible to get direct primary care, and in fact will get your direct primary care membership paid for, are the people who elect to have the medical insurance with our company. But it is, to be very clear, not going to replace your insurance and is not strictly meant to replace your doctor, though it absolutely can if you would like it to. So let's talk about pricing, okay? So people who go to Cornerstone Family Medicine, they'll have it paid for completely, okay? And that, and the cost of that to the company is $40 a month, okay? And so the company is elected to pay the $40 a month. The membership with Liberty is more expensive than $40 a month, and so the employee will pay the difference. And that's based on age as to how much you're paying. So adults up to the age of 45 would pay an additional $25 a month. The company would cover $40. And so you would be out $25 a month. And then over the age of 45, employees would have to pay $45 a month, okay? And you can visit Liberty Family Medicine's website to see their fees, but the Finck Support Living covers $40 a month. And that does cover the full membership for Cornerstone Family Medicine, and so anybody who elects to go with Cornerstone Family Medicine will be at $0 for themselves or their dependents. And then if you want to get the pricing on dependents with Liberty, you'll just want to talk to Barbie. Now, for Bluegrass MD in Kentucky, it's 100% paid for, very similarly to the Cornerstone situation in Missouri. And so it's pretty straightforward there as far as pricing goes. So we talked about the clinics. So in Missouri, there's Cornerstone and Liberty Family Medicine. In Kentucky, there's Bluegrass MD. Bluegrass is in Lexington, and Liberty is in Cornerstone in Columbia and Jeff City, and then Cornerstone is in Mexico and in Fulton. However, all three of these types of these clinics have 24/7 availability. We do a lot of telehealth. We do a lot of visits. We are incredibly convenient to get into, both virtually, video calling or in person. And so and so it's not really that big of a limitation. At least we draw patients from all over the state and at Cornerstone. So geography is less of a limitation because we don't need to see in person to bill your insurance. It's just that flat monthly fee that Finck is picking up. So are dependents covered? I get that question a lot. Yes, dependents, we are covering the direct primary care portion of the fee for Cornerstone and for Bluegrass MD. And then again, it's that difference in the price as I was discussing. And to get those exact differences in price, you'll want to talk to Barbie if you're looking to go to Liberty. Now, why would you use direct primary care? Why is this a benefit to you? Even if you've had a doctor that caught you when you were a baby, when you were born, and you've had them for years and years and years and you don't want to go anywhere else, that's totally fine. But, medications are very affordable and very reasonably priced at Cornerstone or Liberty or Bluegrass. Additionally, our labs are much cheaper to the insurance plan if you get them drawn or at least ordered by one of the direct primary care clinics. And so that saves you money, it saves the company money, and it saves us money on renewal, and therefore will save you on your premium in the future if we keep those costs down. And then really kind of the rubber meets the road reason for you to have direct primary care is that 24/7 availability. So for example, I have a little kid at home, and I would love the opportunity to be able to text a doctor. Now I get it, I am a doctor, but I'm not supposed to be a doctor for my kid. And so I would love to be able to text a doctor and say, he's got the sniffles, so on and so forth. Instead, where we live in Mexico, I don't have that option. I can't be my own son's doctor. And so I have to take him into the urgent care and potentially be out hundreds of dollars, if we haven't met our deductible. With this option for our employees, you don't have to do that. You can just call direct primary care, whether that be Cornerstone or Liberty or Bluegrass, and you don't even have to spend that time going to the urgent care. You just get it done. It saves you money. It saves the company money. It saves you time. It potentially saves you lost wages, so you don't have to leave work. You can get that stuff done, between things that you're doing at work. Give a quick text to your doctor or call. It's incredibly convenient and saves you money. Additionally, if you need to be seen in person, if you can't make a phone call and it's not sufficient, we need to listen to your lungs, do some tests, that sort of stuff. We guarantee at all three of these locations same or next day appointments, and so we're very affordable. Very affordable, but I meant to say very convenient and accessible for those urgent medical needs. And then again, I mentioned the cheap meds and labs, and that's important to note as well. But the thing that my patients love the most is the accessibility, and so we want you to have your preference of doctor. You can use your insurance plan with Finck to go see your doctor, but we will tell you it will be substantially cheaper for you to just use the direct primary care clinics for everybody, for you, for the company, etc. And that saves everybody money in the long run. And so that's why we've elected to do this. And we have elected to work with the different doctors, whether it be me at Cornerstone, and we have a nurse practitioner at Fulton. Her name's Kelsey, and she's wonderful. The doctors at Liberty, the doctor at Bluegrass are all exceptional providers, and we made sure to partner with providers that we know are exceptional. And we wanted to give you a range of options in Missouri and then an incredible option in Kentucky so that you could choose what you want and what you need and have that incredible service there. The last question I wrote down to talk to you about today is, can you keep your old doctor? I hope by the end of this you understand that yes, you absolutely can. We're not bullying you to switch your doctor at all, but we want you to know that we as a company are taking your health very seriously, and we've made this investment by investing to pay in these membership fees to make sure you have incredible access to care that maybe you haven't had previously. When I talk to a lot of my patients who come to me from other clinics, they talk about waiting 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks to get in to see their doctor that they've known forever just because they're incredibly booked out. For things that, by the time they see them, they needed to go to the urgent care. I think it's really important that we take your health concerns seriously and we set you up for success. And I think that success involves a solution like direct primary care. So please, please, please use the clinics that we have for you. Please take a moment to review the services they offer inside the enrollment packet and on the website. And if you have any questions at all, direct those to Barbie, and she can. And you can ask me. You can ask Dan. Anybody in the HR department or a part of this process. Shoot your questions over. We're happy to answer them, and we're so excited to have this new insurance product as a whole, and then as a part of that, direct primary care, which is available with any of the insurance tiers that you do, whether it be HSA, the base plan, or the buy-up plan. All of them will have direct primary care either as a part of it, wrapped into it, or paid for on the side in the case of HSA. So thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask and reach out. Looking forward to taking care of you.